Hello everybody, Eric again. Like and subscribe. Here we go. Let's read about Alpocalypse. Alpocalypse is the 13th studio album by the American parody musician Weird Al Yankovic, released on June 21st, 2011. It was the 7th studio album self-produced by Yankovic. The musical styles on the album are built around parodies and pastiches of pop and rock music of the late 2000s and early 2010s. The album's first single, Whatever You Like, was released almost 2.5 years prior to the release of the album. The single peaked at number 104 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album's final single, Perform This Way, was released digitally on April 25, 2011, but failed to chart. Prior to the release of Alpocalypse, Yankovic released the EP Internet Leaks 2009. This was an experiment in using the internet as a way to release music in an efficient and timely manner. All of the tracks released on Internet Leaks would later be re-released on Alpocalypse. The album was preceded by a minor controversy after Yankovic sought Lady Gaga's permission to record a parody of her song, Born This Way. Yankovic recorded the parody, but due to a communication error was very nearly forced to leave it off the album. Yankovic produced a music video for every song on the record. Most of these videos were animated, but the live-action video for Perform This Way was produced. A deluxe edition of the CD was later released that included all of these music videos, sans the ones for Perform This Way and Poker Face. Yankovic later issued Alpocalypse HD, a Blu-ray release which features all 12 music videos from this album, along with 3 videos from his previous album, Straight Out of Linwood 2006. Alpocalypse was met with mostly positive reviews and was nominated for the 2011 Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. The album peaked at number 9 on the Billboard 200, making it, at the time, Yankovic's highest charting album. Recording and production. Alpocalypse followed a 5-year gap after the release of Straight Out of Linwood. Yankovic stated that he had not set any firm date for release of Alpocalypse, and instead wanted to wait for the right time for its release, telling his record label that the album is going to be out whenever there is a dramatic shift in pop culture. Whenever that happens to me. 5 of the songs from Alpocalypse were previously recorded by Yankovic and released digitally during 2008 and 2009. Whatever You Like, Craigslist, Skipper Dan, CNR, and Ringtone. The last 4 were released with their own music videos. These 5 songs were later packaged as an EP called Internet Leaks 2009, with indications that they would also eventually appear on Yankovic's next published album. Other tracks on the album were recorded in January, May, and October 2010. Yankovic waited to release the album until he could cap it off with one final parody of a pop culture song of the moment. The song he chose was Lady Gaga's Born This Way, which he decided to parody as the album's lead song, Perform This Way. Perform This Way controversy. Yankovic sought to gain Lady Gaga's permission for his parody in early 2011, as he has done with all of his parody songs in the past. He was told by Gaga's manager that Gaga wanted to read the lyrics before giving approval, that then she wanted to hear a recorded version. After this was done, the manager said Gaga denied permission in April 2011, which was a major setback for Yankovic, as he would have to pull the song from the album's release and prepare and record another song in its place, which would delay the album's release further. Yankovic, after spending all this extra effort, he had to work on this while performing an Australian tour, as well as put a family vacation on hold to meet the demands of Gaga's manager. Did not want the song to go to race, and instead posted it to YouTube and other music sites, indicating that he had wished all sales proceeds to go to the Human Rights Campaign charity through Twitter and other social websites within the day of posting. Lady Gaga and her staff realized she had never heard the song herself, and quickly gave permission for Yankovic to use the song, saying Gaga was a huge Weird Al fan. Yankovic was able to set the date of Alpocalypse's release by the end of that day, and claimed that Twitter saved my album based on the rapid turnaround by his fans and Lady Gaga. Composition. The album's opening track, Performed This Way, is a parody of Born This Way by Lady Gaga. The lyrics are told from the point of view of Gaga and describe her performance style and fashion sense. The song's associated music video shows Lenkovic's face superposed on a female dancer, dancing and performing in many outfits that parody those worn by Gaga, original creations inspired by the artist. CNR is a style parody of the White Stripes, in particular borrowing heavily from Dead Leaves and The Dirty Ground. The song's lyrics are about superhuman feats that Charles Nelson Wiley couldn't accomplish, similar to Chuck Norris' Facts. When Lenkovic came up with the idea of a song about Wiley, he contacted Wiley's widower, Patrick Hughes, for permission. Hughes' only request was that Lenkovic not make Wiley out to be too much of a sissy. In response, Lenkovic thought it would be funny to go as far in the opposite direction as possible. The song's end is also very similar to the chorus of the song, You Don't Mess Around with Jim. The video, created by Jib Jab, animates the song's lyrics using Jib Jab employees as actors against a green screen, interspersed with shots of Lenkovic and John Bermuda Schwartz performing on a White Stripes-inspired red and white set, dressed as Jack White and Meg White respectively. In a first for any major recording artist, users of Jib Jab's website had the option of including themselves in the music video. The third track on the album, TMZ, which is a parody of You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift, is about celebrities whose feelings, no matter how minor, appear on the celebrity gossip site TMZ.com. The music video by Bill Plimpton is about a female celebrity whose bare buttocks are photographed by a TMZ paparazzo and then appear everywhere she goes. Voice actor and comedian Tom Kenny is featured as a voice shouting out various tabloid headlines during an instrumental solo. Lenkovic performed the song on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson on February 9, 2012. Skipper Dan is a style parody of Weezer. The lyrics describe a man who, despite having a fine arts degree, is forced to have a mundane job as a tour guide on the Jungle Cruise ride at Disneyland. Lenkovic was inspired to write the song after going on the ride with his family, during which the guide offhandedly referred to his failed acting career. Lenkovic hit upon this idea and developed the character of the narrator to write the song along. Though still a comedy song, it has a far more serious and somber tone than most of Lenkovic's work. Lenkovic has stated the actual skippers on the Jungle Cruise ride have responded positively to this song. The music video was created by Divya Srinivasan. In live performance, Lenkovic wears an authentic Jungle Cruise uniform. The fifth track on the album, Polka Face, is a polka medley that includes the following songs: Liechtensteiner Polka, Polka Face by Lady Gaga, Woman Azure by Britney Spears, White Round by Flo Rida, featuring Kesha, Day and Night by Kid Cudi, Need You Now by Lady Antebellum, Baby by Justin Bieber featuring Ludacris, So What by Peak, I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry, Fireflies by Owl City, Blame It by Jamie Foxx featuring T-Pain, Replay by Ayaz, Down by Jay Sean featuring Lil Wayne, Break Your Heart by Tal Cruz featuring Ludacris, The TikTok Polka by Frankie Lenkovic, TikTok by Kesha, and Whatever Leftover Polka by Rhode Al Lenkovic. Craigslist is a style parody of The Doors. The lyrics mimic listings on Craigslist. Keyboard work was performed by former Doors member Wade Menzarek. A low-budget video of Lenkovic dressed as Jim Morrison with art house and stock footage effects was produced by Liam Lynch. The seventh track on the album, Party in the CIA, is a parody of Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. The song is about a CIA operative and all the missions he goes on, including covert assassination attempts and torturing the folks the CIA don't like. Lenkovic recognized that the original Party in the USA was a sensational hit and sought to find a topic to contrast the pop, bubblegum white fluff of the original song. It has a music video animated by a team led by Woke Ballesturos, the group responsible for Happy Tree Friends. Lankovic sought this team, believing their dark comedic work on Happy Tree Friends matched well with his lyrics for a party in the CIA. The eighth track on the album, Ringtone, is a style parody of Queen. The lyrics are about the downsides of having an annoying cell phone ringtone. The song has an associated music video created by Super News, which premiered August 21st, 2009, the ninth track on the album. Another Tattoo is a parody of Nothing on You by B.O.B. featuring Bruno Mars. The song is about a person who keeps getting more and more bizarre tattoos. The video was made by Agent Black Studios and consists of showing a man's tattoos. The 10th track on the album, If the Hat Isn't Love, is a style parody of Hanson with Taylor Hanson on piano. The song is about all of the extremely unromantic, and sometimes misguided things that the singer does to show his love for his significant other, such as let you warm your freezing hands inside my butt crack. The music video was animated and directed by Brian Frisk. The 11th track on the album, Whatever You Like, is a parody of T.I.'s Whatever You Like. The song is about a man who woos his girlfriend amid financial hardships. A video was made in 2010 by Chris Chapin. The final track on the album, Stop Forwarding That Crap to Me, is a style parody of the work of Jim Steinman. The song is a diatribe against someone sending the narrator useless junk emails. The music video is a connected typograph representation of the lyrics made by Cruz Decker. Title and artwork. The name Alpocalypse is a play on words that Lankovic had listed in the notebook with other potential album titles. It was chosen to parody recent public fears of an apocalypse, such as the May 2011 End Times predictions and the 2012 Doomsday predictions. I figured that I might as well do my apocalypse-themed album before the actual apocalypse, because I really don't think people are going to be buying CDs at the end of the world. Lankovic stated, the title is tied to the album's cover art, a parody image depicting an happily waving Lankovic as one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. He rides the black horse, generally understood as famine, which Lankovic attributed to all the songs I had written about food in the 80s. Visuals. Lankovic created music videos for every song on the album. At the time of the album's release, videos for all but 2 of the songs were included with the physical DVD and deluxe downloadable version of the album. A live-action video for Perform This Way was released a day prior to the release of the album, while a video for the Polka Medley, Polka Face, was slated to be released in late July. It was finally released in late September 2011 on Comedy Central's Jokes.com. The Polka Medley video, primarily animated, but featuring some live-action takes, is the first time that Lankovic has created a video for his traditional polka medleys. Lankovic later released Alpocalypse HD, which features all 12 music videos on Blu-ray, along with 3 from his previous album, Straight Out of Linwood. Critical reception. Alpocalypse has received moderately favorable reviews from critics. AllMusic's David Jeffries rated the album 3.5 out of 5 stars, declaring that the album fits the Lankovic album template splendidly, offering a great but gut-busters to groaners ratio. Although he pointed out that 5 of these tracks are repeated from the Internet Leaks EP, he concluded that by stating that L remains the undisputed king of the parody song. Matt Weil, writing for the entertainment newspaper, the AV Club, rated it a B+, explaining that Lankovic once again goofs on an increasingly throwable pop and landscape, and barely manages to keep up. However, he stated that it is the most enjoyable collection of Lankovic tunes since 1996 Bad Hair Day. Jason Lipschutz of Billboard gave it a positive review. He declared that its songs will still be examples of highly intelligent musical comedy over time, and that the album is essentially the same kind of album Lankovic has been making for 20 years, although he stated that the parodies of specific songs are a bit stronger than the originals this time out. He also said that the laughs remain just as consistent as they've always been. Scott Schetzler of music news website Pop Crush rated it 4 out of 5 stars. He reviewed the album's songs individually. He called Perform This Way an impressive way to kick off the album, although he stated that Skipper Dan was a strikeout and that the story is actually kind of a bummer, and that Party in the CIA doesn't have the same almost available vibe of Miley Cyrus' original. He concluded by declaring that the album as a whole is one of the better records Weird Al has made in recent years. Will Herms of Rolling Stone, however, give it a negative review, calling it a batch of fish in a barrel, and stating that the jokes don't always relieve the airworm annoyingness of the Zero Z tunes. Alpocalypse. The album was nominated for the 2011 Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. Commercial performance. Alpocalypse debuted on the Billboard 200 at number 9, Michael highest chart position at the time, and managed to sell 44,000 copies in its first week. During its second week, the album dropped to number 44, selling 10,353 copies. As of August 2014, the album has sold 139,000 copies. Track listing. Number, title, writers, parody of, length. 1. Perform This Way. Stephanie Germanotta, Jeff Lurson, Paul Blair, Fernando Garibay, Alfred Lankovic. Born This Way by Lady Gaga, 2 minutes and 54 seconds. 2. CNR, Lankovic, style parody of The White Stripes, 3 minutes and 21 seconds. 3. TMZ, Taylor Swift, Liz Rose, Lankovic, You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 4. Skipper Dan, Lankovic, style parody of Weezer, 4 minutes and 1 second. 5. Poker Face, various, a polka medley including Liechtenstein Polka, 1 minute 18 seconds. Poker Face by Lady Gaga, 24 seconds. Woman Azir by Britney Spears, 23 seconds. By Round by Flo Rida, featuring Kesha, 12 seconds. Day and Night by Kid Cudi, 12 seconds. Need You Now by Lady Antebellum, 18 seconds. Baby by Justin Bieber, featuring Ludacris, 10 seconds. So What by Pink, 28 seconds. I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry, 21 seconds. Fireflies by Owl City, 16 seconds. Blame It by Jamie Foxx, featuring T-Pain, 16 seconds. Replay by Ayaz, 12 seconds. Down by Jay Sean, featuring Lil Wayne, 11 seconds. Break Your Heart by Tel Cruz, featuring Ludacris, 12 seconds. The TikTok Polka by Frankie Lankovic, 11 seconds. TikTok by Kesha, 13 seconds. Whatever's Left over Polka, 30 seconds. 6. Craigslist, Lankovic style parody of The Doors, 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Party in 7. Party in the CIA, Lucas Gottwald, Claude Kelly, Jessica Cornish, Lankovic. Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. 8. Ringtone, Lankovic, style parody of Queen, 3 minutes and 24 seconds. 9. Another Tattoo, Bobby Simmons Jr., Peter Hernandez, Philip Lawrence, Ari Levine, Lankovic, Nothing on You by B.O.B. featuring Bruno Mars, 2 minutes and 49 seconds. 10. If That Isn't Love, Lankovic, style parody of Hanson, 3 minutes and 48 seconds. 11. Whatever You Like, Clifford Harris Jr., James Sheffer, David Sagel, Lankovic, Whatever You Like by T.I., 3 minutes and 41 seconds. 12. Stop Forwarding That Crap to Me, Lankovic, style parody of James Diamond, 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Total length, 45 minutes and 56 seconds. Bye for now.